Well, 2017 has arrived, and if, like so many people I've spoken with in the past month, you found 2016 to be a challenging, frustrating, 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of experience, then the good news is that it's history. Welcome to 2017. So you didn't have a great time in 2016, or you didn't end up achieving what you thought you would or you're expected to. But there are key questions here, and they are: 1, did you have a vision or a plan in the first place, and if so, how good was it? And question number 2 is, what do you intend to do differently this year? Over the next 4 days, I'm going to give you an absolute bulletproof system for hitting targets and having an amazing year. It all starts right here, right now. Now, if you're not willing to do the work, that's okay, but you can't complain if you get to the end of this year and feel exactly the way you felt at the end of last year, the whole thank God it's over type of thing. Today I want to give you the first step of my very own personal system for setting goals. A system that gives me the best opportunity to improving my life and achieving my goals. You notice the onus is on me. I have to do the work, and that's the same for you. I'm telling you this stuff works. It's this style of planning and thinking that has seen us, Alyssa and myself particularly, achieve more than we can reasonably have been expected to. Alyssa stood on the summit of Mount Everest last year at 19 years old. I mean, I can't compete with that, but we've grown businesses from scratch, we've lost it all and then we've rebuilt them. I've personally assisted people achieve massive goals, and that's why I'm so confident in this system. I know it works if you do. So, with that in mind, let's get stuck in. For me, it all starts with setting a compelling vision. This is actually the last piece of the puzzle, but we get an idea of where we want to be and then reverse engineer our goals to attain it. The importance of having a vision can best be described by Conor McGregor, the first fighter in UFC history to hold championships in 2 different weight classes at exactly the same time. When interviewed after the fight, he was asked what it felt like to have the 2 belts, and he replied, "It feels familiar."
Conor, you promised this moment from the beginning. Finally, it's been achieved.
Can you see me right? Can you see me clear up here?
Nice. You promised this moment from the beginning, and of course you had doubters all along the way. Now that you've achieved it, give us an idea of what the emotion is like.
Look, it feels great. It feels familiar. I saw it so clearly. I swear to God, I saw it so clearly, so consistently, until it's here in reality. So I've been saying this a long time. I'm very confident in my abilities and what I'm predicting I'm going to do, and I back it up. I back it up with work ethic. I back it up with hours upon hours of time and dedication. I never slip. I never take a second off this game. So I'm very satisfied, very grateful, very happy, but not surprised. You know what I mean? I knew it. I knew it was going to happen for me.
So that just goes to show how clear his vision was. He knew he had this fight won because his vision was so strong. Now, a mate of mine, Chris George, recently won the Commonwealth welterweight title. He did this against an undefeated Olympian who people in the boxing industry seem to think were going to beat Chris. I asked him a few days after the fight what it felt like to have his name announced in the ring as the new Commonwealth welterweight champion. And Chris told me pretty much the same thing as Conor McGregor said. He said he'd visualised it so much that he just expected it. It was almost a non-emotion because he had experienced this so vividly with his visualisation. So clearly the message for you is this stuff works. These are champion athletes, but you want to be a champion in your own life, surely. So I have a worksheet that's 9 pages, and you answer a series of questions that then help you put your vision together. You can download this from my webpage, which is just to my left-hand side here, your right, Glenn Azar Coach, and go into the blog pages. Now, setting a compelling vision is a future-paced exercise, so you answer it from the point of view of where you wish to be in 5 years' time, or 2 years, or 10 years, wherever it is for you. What would an ideal average day look like to you? From the time you get out of bed, what do you do, who you're with, what you're wearing, how much income you generate, how do you generate your income, who do you spend your leisure time with, what do you eat, who do you hang around with on a day-to-day basis, what are you doing? Once you've looked into all of these questions, you then put together a 1-page word picture of what your ideal average day would look like. Now, people ask me all the time, why do we do an ideal average day? Why can't I do a perfect day? So here's a little exercise for you. I want you to imagine a day in your life that was perfect. A day that you've previously experienced where you feel it was a perfect day. There's absolutely nothing that you would change about this day. Have you got one? Right, so now I want you to, if you can, get a book or something and write down a one-pager about every single detail about that day. Can you do it? What time you got up, who you were with at that time, what you were wearing, what you ate and drank, who you spent your time with, what you were doing for a job, what you were earning, blah, blah, blah. Put it all down. Really map it out, the entire day in absolute detail. Can you do it? I do this exercise in workshops and people can sometimes come up with one day, sometimes not. If you were one of those people that was able to come up with one day, I'm going to ask you to go one step further. Come up with another one and do the exact same thing. Another full page. In fact, keep doing this until you can genuinely come up with 10 perfect days in your life so far. 10. Now, in workshops, I've never found anyone that can come up with 10 perfect days in minute detail. Most struggle with one. If you got to 10, that's great, because now you just need to replicate those days. You already have a map for achieving what you want in life. But if you're like me, I know I can't get to 10 perfect days. Now, let's put that into context. At my last birthday, I had lived exactly 16,060 days. 16,060. Yet, I can't come up with 10 perfect days in my memory bank. Why then would I want you to aim everything in your goals for the next 5 years or so towards one perfect day? It doesn't make sense. So instead, we work on the ideal average day. Now, this is a concept, and certainly not my concept. I learned this through studying at the Coaching Institute in Melbourne, which is Australia's #1 coaching school founded by Sharon Pearson, someone that I consider a mentor. The concept makes sense to me. I want to work towards enjoying every day, the average days of life. I want to spend them doing stuff I really enjoy, because we have a lot of average days in our life, so I feel why not be doing stuff with them that I enjoy. So your first step is to download the worksheet and then fill it in. Describe in detail what your ideal average day would look like. There are a lot of questions that are doubled up, but really try and do the work here. I have to tell you that this is game changing. If you commit yourself to this process, if you get rid of the noise and talk inside your head about all the reasons you can't achieve things or you can't live the life that you desire, then it will be a total game changer for you. But you have to commit to the process. I'll warn you now, it's challenging, it can be emotional, annoying, frustrating, but ultimately, if you get it done, it's very freeing, because in the end, you'll have a vision of how you would like to be living your life on a day-to-day basis in 5 years' time. This activates your brain to start looking for ways to make this vision a reality. Subconsciously, your brain is looking for answers, and you'll start to notice it in everything you do and everything around you. My advice is to go through the question sheet, leave it sit for a day or two, then go back through it again. Once you're happy with that, then do the final page, which is putting it all together using the information from the questions. Leave that sit for a day or two, and then go back and refine it again until it sits really comfortable with you. Some tips though. You need to forget perfect. Naturally, you'll start to look for the correct answers. There's no such thing. This has to sit well with you, that's it. If you look for correct answers as if you were going to give them to someone else, but it's not true of what you really want, you know, you can't fool yourself. So you have to be a little bit committed here to letting yourself go. And that's really difficult in a world where we try and have control. This is an exercise for you and you only. You don't have to share this with anyone. This is about you. My second tip is this. It's not selfish to look after yourself. It's self-care. You can't serve other people from an empty cup, so focus on filling your cup first. If you don't do that, then you'll forever be chasing that elusive happiness. Happiness comes before success. Success will not make you happy. More money won't make you happy, bigger houses, more expensive cars. None of it will make you happy until you learn to be happy with what you have right now and then work towards what you would like to have in your life. So that's the task. Set a compelling vision. Hey guys, I trust that you found this useful. If so, please like, comment and share. Let your friends in on the tactics that will ensure they too get to have a great year this year. There's enough happiness and success available to all of us in this world. You just have to share it to create it. Remember, Get on over to the website, it's glenazar.com, hit the blog Your Success, download the worksheet that will help you to get this very important first step done. This step, setting a compelling vision, and it must be compelling, it must drag you towards it, is game changing and will become the cornerstone for the goal setting portion, which is to come in the next few videos. So guys, no more kissing ass. 2017 is for kicking it. I'll see you at 6 p.m. tomorrow.